Saturday, 18th November. Horrible, wet, cold and dark morning. See what temperature we've got. 5 degrees on there. I was told it was really cold and windy, especially the wind through the week while I was away. See, they've totally dropped now. I've been getting quite battered. See what temperature we're holding. It's a nice steady 8.6. So 5 degrees outside, 8.6 inside, and you can see they're still moving around, which is a good sign. Right, we're just doing a bit of winter maintenance. So what I've been doing is just dumping some water out and topping up. I have noticed since we changed the filters around in this week's parameter water test that we have a spike in the nitrite, which is understandable from what's happened. Obviously I've knocked the main system off, we're going to a smaller biological system. The bacteria is taking time to catch up. No problem with ammonia, but there is a problem with nitrite. So I'll show you just the results of the test now. So as you can see there, nitrite up. We understand what's happened about it, but I just thought it'd be a good time to also show you what we're going to do about it, what I've got in the biological filters at the minute. As you can see, there is 4, 5, 7 pieces of the large biohouse media positioned in there now, like so. There's a temporary grid there we made in between the two, so I have them positioned like that. We then had 8 of these mountain tree, it's the bacteria house, that some people don't like it, but I've had no problem with it since I've purchased it last year. It hasn't gone soft or anything, it's still very hard. So I'm not sure if it was the cheaper knockoff versions I've seen of people just crumbling, or the fact that I don't use it in the shower filter. I just leave it so there's not water crashing down on it. So we're going to use that, stack that on those. Right, so that's the 8 of the mountain tree bacteria house media placed in on top of the biohome media. And because of the spike issue we've been having in nitrite, we're going to add some more in. So we've been to Absolute Koi again, and we've got another box. Looked around, it's quite reasonably priced in there for 15 pieces. You can see it is the genuine stuff. Comes with the barcodes for each piece, individually wrapped as you'd expect. And we also, while I was in there talking to the guys, they recommended I try this. I used to use the Evolution Aqua one, the gel, but this one was cheaper and recommended by what they use in the shop as well. So I was happy to give that a go. There's the Backdoor Plus Fresh PSB. So we're going to try that over the next couple of days and see if that helps get our nitrite problem under control. So we're going to load up some more of that in. We'll do that now. Okay, so that had the original 8 pieces in. We've now added a further 7, so that takes that up to 15 altogether. So it's taken all 15 of those quite well. There's plenty of room in there still. We've still got a mixture of bits and pieces left that we're going to put back in where we can, so we'll do that now. So that's how that now looks with all of that media back in. It's just managed to get back in there. Let's see. So we're gonna work out some dosages of this new, what's it? I haven't got the name of it yet. Is it PSB? Yes. Work out some dosages of that. See, it tells us there. Can't focus on it on the camera, but I'll be going with existing pond, which tells me 10 mil for every 250 litres of water. So the pond as it currently is, with the back filters off, is just under 11,000 litres. It goes up to 15,000 litres with all of the back filtration running in the summer. So we'll do a dose for around 10 to 11,000 litres of water as we currently are, and we'll see where we get with that. Just so you can see, we're doing exactly the same on the other side. So we've got 7 of the longer lengths of the Backy House media. This is the really harder stuff that people say won't break down. It's more expensive, obviously bigger than the mountain tree stuff. It's a good length, it's a good length of your arm at least. 7 of those going in, the same as the filter we've just done. Creates a nice surface for me just to then stack those mountain tree ones back in. Again, we've got 15 of those that will be going in there now on top of them, and then we'll get the remaining bits and pieces we had in this one also. So we'll just do that now. Right, so that's now filled up exactly the same as the other one was. Plenty more media in there to hopefully colonise at some point. We'll just leave that for a week now, and then we'll come back and see what the results with the nitrate are, if it's helped out. Hopefully it will. Oh, Friday, 1st of December. Just got back from Blackburn, where I've been this week, to this. Speaking to the wife through the week at home here, she says it got down to -5 that she's seen. But again, we're frozen in time up here. So we'll just see what we've actually got today and how the pond's doing. Sort of a steady 0. It's just frozen solid underfoot, as you can hear. This could cause some problems. The lid's actually froze shut. I've just managed to get that open. It is, we're down to 6.3. 0 outside, 6.3 water temperature, but the wife has said it was about -5. She's seen us through the week. Right everyone, we're now Sunday 3rd of December, moving on a little bit. Nothing much has changed here, I'll just show you that now. So snow is still here. Actually I've got a fresh bout of it last night, come down again. It's just crap when it's like this really, isn't it? Looks nice, but you can't do much. I try to just do a bit of a water change here, and I'll show you what I've had to do in a minute. But everything being frozen as usual. We were at about -1 this morning. It's slowly starting to creep up now to about 0 again. And pond's actually holding really well considering. I'm happy with. You just seen before there some pictures of the security camera, what I'd seen when I was working away in Blackburn last week. I checked in at home. The snow started. The wife told us it was about -5 she's seen through the week, and then I seen it -6 on Friday night. But today we're holding 5.8. So that's not bad considering down to -6 on Friday. Fortunately, I wasn't here to check the pond temperature that time at night because I was out on a Christmas do with work. So you can see them. They are in there, just slowly moving around. I've seen them. It's dark and dingy, but they are moving, which is all I want to see. Not sat on the bottom too much. We still have a problem, slight problem now with the nitrate. The PSB we used about a week ago or so now hasn't really done what I wanted it to do. Totally. I think it's a problem with the temperature. It needs to be about 8 to 10 degrees, I believe, to be really effective for putting a dose of that in. And the cold we've got here is just not what it needs to be effective. So the only other option we've got is dilution. So they're not scary levels of nitrite, but I just want them diluted out. So this morning I went to try and just obviously pump out the old water, as I always do, to the back nexus and just send it to waste. But of course the line which runs up there frozen shut, or frozen solid should I say. Then I try to do the same with the other one, but obviously even though it's insulated, where the water level meets the same as the pond around there in the pipe, there must be a blockage of ice there as well, so that's solid. So we couldn't pump water out, so I had to revert to is just, you can see here I put this tube in. I'm just siphoning water out down to the drain waste. That's where the drum filter normally hides its waste. So we're siphoning out of the pond, a bit siphoning pipe, and then we're adding slowly adding fresh water in from the big blue. So luckily our house my outdoor taps. This little house I made, insulated. So that's all running alright. A house, just shift that. The big blue's housed in there, and in turn this little hut is insulated. So that all works for us. Now what I've done, don't tell the wife, we've actually wrapped the hose pipe just around the small radiator in the garden room. So she's in with the heating on all day anyway. I'm just utilising a bit of that heat. It actually, a nice slow flow, is just taking the chill out of the water and returning it back to the pond through this bio box at the minute I'm going into. But it's just obviously not going in freezing cold, so it's not going to disrupt the temperature change too much. So I thought I'd give it a try out. The wife's none the wiser at the minute what I'm up to, so we're happy with that. Not much more to say really. That's sort of where we're at. Winter is officially here, especially 900 foot up where I'm at. It will probably just stay like this now for weeks on end. Just got to keep an eye on the bairns, make sure that they're alright. The method I use now, which we've discussed, covering over, running the filters different, saves me a lot of heat loss that I used to get in previous years before I did this. So all of them external filters off, waterfall off, like we've discussed, keeping everything in a very small footprint, well insulated, keeps the pond at a happy stable temperature, which keeps these guys on the move. And that's what we've learned, how to get through winter this high up with the cold temperatures that we'll get. It's not so much that I can't handle the cold, but prolonged cold that for the length of duration we get up here just really takes a blow on the fish's immune systems and gets them too weak sometimes to handle it. And yeah, this is how we've learned to get through it. Covered over, smaller footprint on the filters where I'm sending water around the garden, well insulated, and just doing the best you can for them really. People shouldn't be expected to have to heat the koi ponds these days to keep koi. It's energy costs are just out there for some people, cannot achieve that, so it's just totally understandable. I've never heated. I've learned keeping them at about I don't think I've seen it go much below 5 or 6 to be honest, since the way I've ran the system through the last few winters. So that's what we're going to continue to do. So there's a little outro I put together just to cheer myself up a bit of some of the better times in the season that I'll leave you with now. So as always, thanks a lot, and I'll see you next time.